Hi, welcome to Chatterbox, the place where too much talking is a good thing. For today's business English lesson, we'll go through some tips for our non English speaking students. There are a few things you should know, or it's recommended that you know about the company you're working in, just in case these questions come up. And these questions would be normal, what do I say? Popular questions, you could say, for persons working in a company. And especially if you have to do a presentation, then it's even more necessary for you to know these questions and know how to answer these questions. So I would say today's lesson is more about preparation or preparing yourself in a presentation setting for your company. So the first question you might be asked is how many employees are in your company? This is one of the popular questions asked. So it's good to know how many persons are employed in the company you work for, just in case this question comes up. If it's like a large company, then maybe you could narrow it down to departments. For example, the sales department has 50 employees, or the HR department has like 100 employees, for example. So if your job is focused on a specific branch or employee or department, then if you can't say generally how many employees the company has, then you could focus on departments, the amount of persons who are employed to a particular department. But having this information is important. Next question is, where's your head office? Assuming your company has branches. So it's good to know where the head office is. All right, next, does your company have branches? Again, if it's a large company, there's a good chance there are branches within the company. So knowing the branch locations would be a good thing. Next, where are your factories located? Are there factories for your company? So this really depends on the type of company you work for. So if there are factories, then maybe your supplier or vendor, whoever you're doing this presentation for, might want to know where the factories are. So it depends on the type of company. And next, what's your main product? So what are you selling? What product or service does your company offer? Again, good question to note. And if you're making a presentation about your company, these are information that you should be able to mention or answer off the top of your head if you should get these questions. Next question, who is your president? So this, I would say, is one of the top questions for working in a company. Even if you are applying for an interview, you might be asked, who is the president of the company you are applying for? So this question, I feel you should be able to know or say who runs the company. Which department do you work in? Again, another easy question. So if you're employed, in what department do you work? Is it sales or HR or finance or accounting? And the final question, are you doing any other training at the moment apart from English? So as a non-English speaker employed to maybe an English speaking company, or a company that is maybe in a foreign country but is based in an English speaking country, there's a good chance you will interact with English speaking employers or colleagues, I should say. So, this question might come up just because the employers of the company would also be aware that you're not an English speaker and you're possibly studying English, and maybe studying English is also a requirement of you keeping your job or a requirement for you obtaining the job in the first place. So this question might come up as well. So it's good to know the response you would give if someone should ask this question. And I hope you were able to take away some of the advice I was able to give pertaining to giving presentations and being ready to answer certain questions that might come up within a presentation setting. I'm Janelle, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.